Beat, man.
Welcome to Blunt Takes. This your boy ReeceMoney. We back at you with another one.
It's your boy Greenway. You know, it's that special time of the year for the NBA Finals.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We are at the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. You know, but unfortunately, this season has been derailed by injuries, and you know, we're forced to see the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks in the finals. Okay, cool, hooray! We got Chris Paul finally in 16 years. Finally went to the finals.
Finally.
You know what I mean? And
you know, not he's nice, but finally.
Milwaukee, they don't even have their best player, and it seems like they might be playing better without him. Who even knows for real? So we're left with this finals, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we all want to see LeBron, KD. You know,
we want to see
James Harden, and you know, man,
Kyrie,
we didn't even get Steph Curry in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know,
so we can go down to Anthony Davis. You know, he didn't play. We didn't see Jamal Murray.
You know, Mitchell with her. You know,
Kawhi Leonard and Western Conference Finals. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what we just saw in this playoffs. Honestly, to tell you the truth, like to be blunt about it,
I mean,
this was the most weirdest playoffs I've ever seen, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely grateful and glad that we have basketball back, though, and we have fans in the stands.
Of course. Well, I'm glad to see the sport back, but you know, like, I'm not glad to see the players. But not on the court though. Like,
we want to see stars.
We want to see superstars, man.
Superstars.
And the big guys. We want to see the big guys.
The big guys.
I don't know how to put this.
Be blunt about it.
It's the finals. I'm excited. I'm happy to watch playoff basketball. Finals, highest level of basketball in the world. But I wanted to see bigger stars on this stage. No. Let me not take it away from Greek, because I think Greek finally deserve to be here. You know. Now, with that being said, though, you know, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden fully 100% healthy. Don't think he would be here, but you know, it happens. Like I said, derailed by injuries.
You can only play who's in front of you.
Only play who's in front of you. And Greek played really well. He was amazing. So, you know, he's a superstar. You know, I had number 3 on my list of players left in the playoffs. So, that being said, I'm happy for them, but I want to see 2 better teams going at the stage. Maybe a better team playing the Bucks or something. I like the Suns, but you know, we all want to see LeBron. And let's be honest, we want to see LeBron and KD. That's what we want to see.
That's what we want to see. Everybody. But you know, that being said, Bucks, Suns. Who you got winning this thing, man?
I'm going to go with the Milwaukee Bucks. I think Giannis is the best player in the series. And I don't think anybody's close to what he can do on the court right now. I mean, you got Chris Paul, you know, Floyd General, you know, amazing. But Giannis, within his, you know, not even 10 years in the league yet, just got to the finals. As far as on his year 16, around that, finally got there. I'm excited for him, but I don't think he's going to win it. Got the Bucks. I think Greek's going to dominate when he comes back, if he comes back. I'm going to talk about if he's there. If he's there, then, you know, they're going to try to build a wall with Ayton, but I think Greek's going to be too strong and too quick. And he's going to do what he does, 30 points, 10-plus rebounds. And then when it comes to somebody guarding Middleton on the wing, closing the game out, seems like he can turn into whoever he wants on the court in some quarters and give you 20-plus in the quarter. And Drew Holiday is going to be playing really good two-way basketball on Chris Paul and Devin Booker, and I think there'll be too much. But I got to say, man, wish I had more excitement for this finals.
Definitely.
Wish I had more excitement. But I do have to say the Bucks would win. We'll be NBA champions, and you know, good for Greek. I think it's really good for him and his legacy. You know, getting a ring and finally getting to the finals. But
definitely. Who knows, man? We might be in store for a great finals. You know, you never know. This might be one of the best ones we've ever seen. You know, might blindside us with an instant classic.
I hope.
You know,
I hope.
That's all that we can hope for. Hopefully, they give us an instant classic, a long series of battles back and forth. You know, close games. You know, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. And you know, that being said, I see it being a nice long series, 7-game series, and I got the Phoenix Suns over the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA championship. And I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns, and I'm going to say the X factor for the series and for the Phoenix Suns team to win this NBA championship. You know, you have your Chris Pauls, you know, Floyd Generals, and you have your Devin Booker, you know, your electrifying scorer, you know. But I think the X factor and the key for the Phoenix Suns to win this championship is the big man DeAndre Ayton at center. Okay, he can really dominate and take over this series now. We've seen him throughout this playoffs. First round, getting what was left of the Lakers out of there and playing what was left of the Denver Nuggets, and he did but Yoke was still there, and he had a good series versus them. And then moving on to the Clippers, we saw what he did, game-winning tip-in jump. I feel like he was the X factor for that series too, as well. And
Kawhi's
Clippers. What was left of the Clippers too. And if I got to be blunt about it, that's what we do. Blunt takes is be blunt. And DeAndre Ayton, man, without Greek Freak there for Milwaukee, his question about his health up in the air, and they've been looking a little bit better, if you ask me, without him. So I don't know if him coming back might actually throw off the rhythm and throw off the chemistry that they have built in the Eastern Conference Finals at the tail end of it, closing out the Atlanta Hawks. And I don't know just how that Greek Freak situation is going to mesh, man. It might take a couple games. I think they might lose a couple early, depending on if he plays or not. And then I think once he gets back on the court, they can get a rhythm back, get a couple games. And I just see the Phoenix Suns taking it in 7. Without Greek, nobody's going to be able to stop DeAndre Ayton, if you ask me. And with Greek, it's going to take Greek a lot, coming off that injury to slow down the big man Ayton down there and produce on the offensive end. But you still got Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, who have been picking up the slack lately, so we'll see what they can do. And, I got the Suns over the Bucks in 7.
In 7. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how you can. I mean, I'll shout out to DeAndre Ayton. He's a young star, very good at the center position. Two-way, can run the floor, shoot the ball too. He can give you everything you need from a center. You know what I'm saying? But experience, though, that's what comes into matter in these playoffs. Now, it's the finals. Nobody's really been here from these teams, but people have been here from the playoffs. And I think the X factor for the Milwaukee Bucks would have to be Brook Lopez, because we've seen what he did the first game without Greek. We've seen what he did. He got down in that paint and with the Brook Lopez that we all seen in Brooklyn. Leading scorer in franchise history for a reason.
Yeah, when Greek done play,
he's amazing. He can get down in that post. Now, he might have transitioned his game after the Laker year to being a shooter to help the team for the Milwaukee Bucks, knowing Greek was going to go in the paint 24/7. Why do you need to clog it being down there in the post when you can shoot 3? And he really worked on that and become a really good outside shooter.
He's definitely became a good stretch big. He's changed his game and adapted.
I think he showed us against John Collins and Clint Capella, fully healthy, down in the paint, that it was barbecue chicken down there. So, with that being said, I'm not saying that because he did that against the Atlanta Hawks that he's going to do that to a Chris Paul-led team, which was going to help Ayton, get in the right spots on defense, not just on offense. I'm not saying he's going to go down there and dominate him, but I think on the defensive end, having Brook Lopez, he is a good shot blocker, and he's going to be down there, and it's not going to be as easy for DeAndre Ayton as it's been in the last couple series, besides the Lakers, if Anthony Davis was healthy.
Make no mistake about it, John Collins, Clint Capella, and whoever else the bigs they had down there in Atlanta are no DeAndre Ayton. Okay,
right.
Number 1 overall pick. Okay, we know what he can do down there. He can dominate and he can take over. So what Brook Lopez did versus them, that's a small thing to a giant task that he has going up against DeAndre Ayton, in my opinion.
Now let's see, because it can come down and he can take him to school now. He can take him down in that post. I don't think DeAndre Ayton's ready. Bigs in this league don't go down in the post. Bigs in this league don't ISO you down in the low post and take you there and give you some moves. Now it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen fairly amount. So you get the ball down there to Brook Lopez, we're gonna see. I think there's gonna be some plays where he takes DeAndre Ayton to school. Ayton is a monster. So I don't see Brook Lopez dominating him, as like you said. I agree with that. You know what I mean? I don't think that takes away from what I'm saying, because I think Brook Lopez is a two-way stretch, and he'll be a different type of center that Ayton hasn't really seen in these playoffs. You know, you've seen bits and pieces of DeMarcus Cousins, but, you know, he wasn't the old boogie of times. You know, you've seen some Zubac, you've seen a little bit of Anthony Davis here and there, Andre Drummond, but, you know, there wasn't really much left of the Lakers when going into the playoffs. You know, derailed by injuries, as we stated. And then when you had the Denver Nuggets, you know, Jokic is a beast, but he's not a beast defensively. So it's not like he had anybody to stop him there either. So now I think he has somebody that will step up and will not be afraid to take on that challenge of the strength and size and speed of Ayton at the center position. And you also got Greek coming from the weak side. So I think it's going to be a little different, a little harder for Ayton. But, I mean, I do agree he is the X factor, because if he plays well and dominates the game in two ways like he can, then it's going to be really hard to stop the Phoenix Suns. But I think that's where Greek comes into play. Because I think if Ayton is the X factor, which I believe he is for the Suns, as you stated, for the series, though, he needs to play well if they want to beat the Milwaukee Bucks if Greek is back. Now, I think if Greek is not there, it might be a little different. They might need Chris Paul or Devin Booker to really outshine, you know, due to the fact that I think they're going to really look at the fact that if Greek's not there, you're going to need some more help down low for DeAndre Ayton. With not just Brook Lopez there, you're going to want somebody else. You know, PJ Tucker's a small guy. I don't think he can really help with Ayton, but he can go out there and help on the wings. I think they're going to have to go a little more big, go into more depth in their lineup. And with that being said, the Chris Paul and Devin Booker are going to realize that the guards are going to be a little tired out from having to do a lot with Greek not being there, and they have to take full advantage of the series. So if it comes down to the guard play, and Greek not there, it changes everything. But I expect Greek to play, and I expect them to win if he plays.
Yeah, I mean, I just think DeAndre Ayton is a great defender, and
he is.
You know, he has great footwork on the defensive end. We've seen him, you know, in the pick and roll situation, switch out on guards on the perimeter, and he's held his own. You know, he's done a pretty good job, if you ask me. And then in the post, you know, he's pretty dominant too, if you ask me. And I don't think Brook Lopez is going to stand a chance versus him. Now, if you get Greek Freak down there, you know, and those two bodies, they might can put a little bit of wear and tear on DeAndre Ayton, but we still don't know how healthy Greek Freak is going to be. But DeAndre Ayton should definitely dominate this series, if you ask me, and he has a great chance of winning Finals MVP.
Finals MVP now. You know, that would say something for the start of his career. That would really say something.
I think so.
So if you think DeAndre Ayton is the X factor on the Suns, right? Let me ask you, who do you feel like? Because I've stated Brook Lopez would be my X factor for the Milwaukee Bucks. He has to play well for this series to continue. You know, because we're gonna look at it like Greek's not there right now. But I believe he's going to come back because, you know, the MRIs were all good for us to hear. You know, it's the good news that we'd like to hear. It wasn't a serious tear or anything, so he should be back.
For the Milwaukee Bucks.
If he's not, though, I think Brook Lopez has to step up big. We all know Greek needs to play well, just like we know Chris Paul and Devin Booker need to play well. They're the stars of the series, so we expect them to play well. But the players that you need to play well, in my eyes, are Brook Lopez and DeAndre Ayton from their respective teams. Who do you feel like has to play well on the Bucks necessarily to keep them in the series?
For the Bucks, I feel as though the Bucks, for them to win the championship, they are going to have to live and die by Chris Middleton. You know, they're going to have to ride his coattails this whole way. You know, they're going to have to hop on his back, and he's going to have to take them to over the hump in this NBA Finals, and he's going to have to bring home the ring. You know, I think he's going to have to be your number one option in this Finals, and he's going to play out of his mind like a number one option every single night, and we'll see what happens after that. You know, but I think that's Milwaukee's best chance at winning, is letting Chris Middleton, you know, be the number one option and live and die with what he does. Also, Milwaukee's bench has to step up big in this NBA Finals.
Yes.
You know, Phoenix has a pretty good bench, you know, that they can go down there and, you know, bring campaign and, you know,
he's been lights out in the playoffs.
Cam Johnson off the bench.
Johnson, great shooter.
You know, they definitely have a lot of other pieces on the bench that they can get to and throw out there. Monty Williams is pressing a lot of great buttons all season. He's done a great coaching job for the Phoenix Suns, and they have a great bench out there. And Milwaukee can't really go that deep on the bench, you know. They bring off Pat Connaughton from the bench. He's pretty good. And, I like his gameplay, but that's about all you got,
You also got Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis.
Brian Forbes.
Bobby Portis and Forbes,
Got some.
We'll see what they can do, I like Portis.
The first time there.
Forbes is streaky, but they're gonna have to step up. Those three off the bench if they wanna compete in this series,
the Bucks are also derailed by injuries. They lost Dante DiVincenzo. That was a big piece in their offense.
Big piece.
Actually one of the starting pieces in their offense most of the season until he got hurt. So it's gonna be tough.
Yep.
I definitely think that both of these teams, even though it's not the finals that we wanted to see as fans, especially also on Blunt Takes.
I didn't pick neither one of the teams.
Man, I can go back and even see. I had the Suns getting swept by the Lakers. I believe that LeBron and AD were going to be fully healthy, and they weren't, and it didn't work out like that. I also had the Bucks losing to the Nets, but we saw how that worked out. We both had that.
We're here now, though.
So, we're here now.
With
this being said, in this finals,
can't wait.
Who do you think? Now I know Chris Paul's at the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at when it's all said and done with Greek, if he continues how he's playing, who needs this ring more? If this is Greek's only appearance to the finals, because this is Chris Paul's end of his career, so this is his, finally trip to the finals. So this is his chance. I feel like if they don't get it now, which I feel like the Bucks will, but if they don't get it now, then this might be Chris Paul's last chance at a championship ring. So with that being stated, if this is Greek's only chance to get here, with the season being derailed by injuries, we never know what could happen in the next 10 years. Who does this ring mean more to out of Chris Paul and Giannis for the respective NBA legacies?
Well, that's a great question. And I got to be blunt about it. I think this championship would mean more for Giannis Antetokounmpo. More so than Chris Paul. I would definitely have to go with Greek Freak. He gets this ring on his resume, being already MVP, two-time MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year.
How did Defensive Player? All NBA multiple times.
And then you top that off with a championship. Possible Finals MVP.
Possible Finals MVP. There's a lot of Hall of Famers that got championships that don't got Finals MVP. So
that's when he has a resume up there. They can start being put in the conversations of the greats. If you ask me, I mean he's probably not gonna win many of those conversations, but I feel as though
that you can include him now.
He can start.
Like a
the question can start being if he gets another one. Will he be this? He can get his name in some legendary company if he wins this ring. Chris Paul, on the other hand, I feel as though him getting to the finals is already a great achievement in itself. With all the bad luck, if you want to say, that he's had in the playoffs over his career, to finally get here and get off that list of great players who've never made it to the finals.
Does mean a lot.
I think that means a lot, and I just think that the ring on top of it would just be icing on the cake for Chris Paul, and it definitely, if you ask me right now, Chris Paul's top 5 all-time point guards. Right now, I would have Chris Paul in the top 5 all-time point guards, win or lose this NBA Finals. Just him getting there puts him in that. I think it solidifies him.
And to even go with your answer more, because you answered the question the same way I would have answered it, to even add to your answer, I agree. With that being stated, if Chris Paul wins or loses this ring, I feel like he does not move up or down on my list, So with that being said, if Greek wins this ring, and somehow, maybe Finals MVP, same for Chris Paul, whether they win it or not, I feel like Greek moves up on a lot of people's lists. Whether they, it might seem wrong to say it means more to Greek than Chris Paul, which has been waiting his whole career to get here, and Greek still has many of years left, and possibly could get there again. But at the same time, Greek is playing at a different way that a lot of people don't agree with. You get what I'm saying? Because he don't shoot well. He does shoot, but he doesn't shoot well. And he has all the theatrics with the free throw line. you know, as you know, the 10-second and the counting. For you to go through all that and still be the best player on a championship team and possibly get Finals MVP, that speaks a lot more volume to me for your legacy than being a point guard that is built prototypically like the NBA wanted point guards to play, like, you know, pass first, defense, and lead your team rather than go out there and shoot, dribble, which, don't get me wrong, I love to see. But Chris Paul really goes into the other mode of prototypical NBA point guards, and you've seen a lot of those. And you've seen a lot of those get to the finals, win the finals, be champions. So it's sad to see Chris Paul being one of the highest level point guards for his whole career, you know, been top 5 point guard in the league his whole career, and with one of the top 5 all time. It sucks to not see him get a finals. But that doesn't mean when he does, if he does get one, that boosts his legacy more. I think it's more like an icing to the cake thing now that he got here, like you stated.
Exactly.
So it's like icing to the cake, or do you want the cake first? Like, I feel like if Reece getting his ring, he's getting his cake, and like Finals MVP would be icing to the cake, not winning the finals. Because we all knew he could get here. He has the talent. We knew with Chris Paul, but Greek got here early in his career compared to Chris Paul. So I feel like getting there early in your career will help your legacy more than getting there later in your career. So I do agree with your answer. I just wanted to add to it and give my own thoughts into it. But I think if you look at legacies, you can make this a great NBA Finals if you know, if you're a fan of Greek Freak and Chris Paul, seeing who could get theirs. But I really hope it goes 6 or 7 games and we get a good finals. I really hope this isn't a Bucks beatdown. That's what I hope not. You know, I think the Bucks are gonna do it, but I hope it's not a Bucks beatdown. You know, it'd be sad to see Chris Paul go out like that. But
yeah, I just hope we get a good finals. You know, I just hope that we can get a great, entertaining finals. You know, and just get a couple of the classics in there. You know, get a couple classic performances. You know, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been Blunt Takes. This has been you know, it's the NBA Finals. That's what we had to give y'all. So
you know, it's the NBA Finals.
You had to be blunt. You gotta get blunt. You gotta
be blunt about it. You know, let it be known how you feel about it. You know,
and we did. That's what we do here.
We're still definitely interested in watching it because we're fans of the game.
Of course,
you know.
Of course.
But
and
you know,
that's
we just had to give our opinion on it. You know, and who knows? You know, we might can be wrong. We might get one of the best finals that we've ever seen.
Yeah, and
you know, little did we know, we might be sleeping on it.
Right.
You know?
On the record, I hope we are sleeping on it. I really hope we are sleeping on it. You know, we wanted a different finals.
Healthy,
so if we get this and it's a great finals, you know, goes crazy games. You know, we see some of the best games ever.
And can we please see everybody be healthy every game? No more injuries.
I'm praying no more injuries.
No more injuries.
Please.
And we're hoping for a great finals. Well, it's been your boy ReeceMoney with another one. Just remember to like, subscribe, comment, and let us know your blunt takes. We appreciate all the support, man.
Yes, sir. It's been your boy Greenway. I know we do here is a special edition of the NBA Finals.
NBA Finals.
You know, like what we said, you know, go ahead and let us know. If you don't like what we said, you know, don't expect a lot of people to agree with how we said it today. But it is what it is. You gotta stay blunt about it like you always do. Appreciate all the love. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and stay blunt about it.
Yes, sir. Remember to be blunt.
Yes, sir.